Hey guys, it's me, Big Mistake, and today we are going to explain you how to play with Lyra. Joining me today is BillyGei, so let's jump into it.
Thank you, Big Mistake, and this is Lyra, a fragile mage with a devastating crystal path and an equally useful support path. The favourite path this patch in 119 is Crystal. Her main damage does come from her basic attacks, the Principal Arcanium, and as you see, she has two charges on her basic attack. The first is a normal basic attack that deals some light crystal damage, but the second is where it's at. She stands still, she charges, and she fires, and that basic attack, it does a nice amount of crystal damage with a very massive slow. But bear in mind, you have to keep your ground. Moving or using abilities will cancel your charge, so you have to be careful with your timing.
One of her most flexible abilities is her Imperial Sigil, not only able to heal or damage enemy, but it can also give you a huge speed boost. As a crystal Lyra, it's more viable to use as a damage source rather than supporting and healing your team. The Imperial Sigil has a limited amount of use before it runs up. The more heroes are standing on top of the sigil, the quicker it will use up. The heal you get is proportionate to her maximum amount of health. So as a support, try to prioritize health items.
Now, her next ability, possibly the most effective one in Vainglory to date, Bright Bulwark. When used, it will bring up a circle around Lyra, and when standing in the area, all movement-based abilities are silenced. It's a new mechanic called snaring. When passing through the walls, enemies are slowed and immediately come under the effect of the snare. And as you see here, trying to enter the wall with a dash-based ability will be stopped at the edge of the wall.
And now for highly confusing ultimate, it's Arcane Passage. When activated, a portal will appear at the target location. Lyra will be teleported to it, leaving a portal where she used to be. A useful escape ability, but comes with a price, because both allies and enemies are able to use it without any negative effects. Once you have used the portal, you will go on a 4.5 seconds cooldown before you can enter either portal again. In tandem with Arcane Passage by Bulwark, initial activation puts them on a 4.5 seconds cooldown. But if not used with a Bulwark, there will be a 1 second cooldown for the enemies.
In patch 1.19, there are a lot of builds which will work on Crystal Power Lyra, but the most respected one is Alternating Current and Broken Myth with the Halcyon Chargers. The alternating current will speed up your basic attacks, which is the main part of Lyra's damage, reloading and increasing the speed of the fire. And of course, there is Broken Myth, the key item on every crystal carry, need not even be explained. The Halcyon Chargers are your last core item, which will give you a nice cooldown, energy sustain, and of course, movement speed.
Roam is the hardest one to lock down in 1.19 meta, because Lyra comes with a different playstyle. She's not a frontline tank like Arden or Lance. As a backline support, you won't need a roamer item like an Atlas Pauldron, because you're not able to use it effectively, as you shouldn't be in the fight. So we recommend as her core items a Crucible, a Fountain and a Contraption. You can choose between War Threats or Halcyon Charges, depending on your needs.
So, in conclusion, Biggie, Lyra is a tricky mage and requires a lot of team coordination. Whether you build a crystal or roam, remember, you are as squishy as you look. And don't follow Rona and jump into the fray.
You learned everything you need to know to play with Lyra. Now it's time to practice a lot, because she's awesome. Thanks BillyGei for your time, and I will see you guys with the next video.